My name's Mark Cribb and I'm the owner of a local company called Urban Guild, and we run a few bars and restaurants. So we got the main one people probably know as Urban Reef down on Boscombe seafront. That's been there for about 11 years. And we've got a little hotel called Urban Beach, just a 12-bed little sort of bar, cocktail bar and hotel cafe. And then Urban Garden, which is the one we're sat in now, which is in the town centre. This one's only a couple of years old, and yeah, that's what I do. I engaged Streetwise HR about 13 years ago, and it was off the back of a period of really rapid growth in the business. As a business about 16 years old, so we were sort of 2.5, 3 years in, and I had a bit of a panic attack really. We were coming into a winter, we were losing quite a lot of money because we're a very seasonal business, and I got the whole team together at Urban Reef, sort of up on the mezzanine level, and I remember looking at all these people and going, my God, who are you all? And then I thought, we need to be a grown-up business. You know, we need to get a proper accountant to sort out our finances, and none of these people have got contracts of employment. You know, we don't really know what we're doing from an HR perspective. I'd started to feel like a bit of a sort of psychotherapist trying to manage quite often quite a lot of young people in the hospitality industry, and I decided that I needed a grown-up. And in the absence of a grown-up, luckily I was introduced to Debbie, and she's been working with us ever since, and she's been absolutely fantastic and really saved our bacon many times. So I've been working with Debbie and the Streetwise team for 13 years, which is a long time, but at no point in that relationship have we ever thought that, you know, there's a need to go out and look for other people. And a key part of that is because, you know, HR can be a really dry subject. You know, the reason that you're entrepreneurial or that you go into business isn't really because you want to manage lots of people, but you need lots of really good people to bring your business to life. You know, without my team, then these venues that I've got don't really have any soul, and they're not very well animated. So we need to find these amazing human beings, but the dry bit, the contract bit, some of the disciplinary stuff, some of the boring bits I don't really want to get involved with, you can trust Streetwise that they will get involved, but they'll do that with our personality. You know, when we wrote our HR sort of contract and booklets, they were very much done so they comply with the rules and they comply with the law and they comply with all the tedious stuff that really, really bores me, but they also still had a bit of personality, they still had a bit of fun. And finding somebody that can understand the personality of your business, but also interpret that within the realms of sort of national law and national guidance, that's invaluable. So once you've built that relationship and you understand each other's style of communication, then really there's no need to look anywhere else. So yeah, we're looking forward to working with Debbie and the Streetwise team for another 13 years. So the good thing with Debbie and the team at Streetwise is, I guess the clue's in the name. You know, they've just been really helpful. When you employ quite a mishmash and a diverse range of people, you know, particularly in our sector, you know, chefs, much as I love them to bits because they're the heart and soul of my business, you know, they take quite a lot of management, but a lot of that management, you know, we do need that advice to be real advice. It's no good just sort of opening up a handbook of what you learned at university in your HR kind of lessons. We need to know, how can we interpret that? How can we use that in the real world? You know, what sort of time frames do we be looking at? What informal conversations sometimes can we have? Maybe even if there is a little bit of risk, sometimes you need to do that in reality. So you know, you can give Debbie a call on her mobile or speak to one of her team, and she'll give you that sort of, you know, the on-record as well as the off-record advice. And we're all good humans. We want to look after people, but sometimes, you know, people need managing in a different way to others. So you know, with their advice and their interpretation, they just make sure that we stay not only the right side of the human decisions and the moral decisions, but the right side of the legal decisions, which stops me getting into a lot of trouble because I talk quite a lot, and as a result, and I'm a little bit honest sometimes, if I'm honest, and sometimes Debbie will say to me, Mark, you might be right, but actually this isn't the sort of the place where you should be demonstrating that, and you should probably keep your thoughts to yourself. And the key thing she says is, Mark, sometimes say less. Just say less, not more. And that advice is worth every penny that I've spent with Debbie over the last 13 years.